October 25th, 1967. A quiet morning in Arcadia, Florida, a small farming town. Something happened that morning. Something so horrifying that people would talk about it for decades. 7 children, all from the same family, died at the same time. His name was James Joseph Richardson, a migrant farm worker, a man who spent his days under the Florida sun, picking fruit, trying to build a life for his family. He wasn't rich, he wasn't powerful, but by all accounts, he was a family man. He lived with his wife, Annie Mae, and their 7 children. 7. A full house, loud, messy, alive. The kind of home where mornings are chaos and silence never exists, until suddenly it did. The night before, Annie Mae prepared food for the children. Rice, beans, grits. Simple, normal. The next morning, James and Annie left early, heading to work 16 miles away in the orange groves. They left the children behind, and like many families back then, they trusted someone to watch them. A neighbor, a babysitter, a woman named Betsy Reese. Around noon, the children came home from school to eat their lunch and then go back. They sat down and ate the food that had been prepared the night before. 7 plates, 7 children, 1 meal. After they finished their meals, they returned to school. At first, teachers noticed something. The children were sick, violently sick, foaming at the mouth, convulsing. They were rushed to the hospital. At the same time, someone went to check on the younger children still at home. They were already collapsing. By the time their parents were called, it was too late. 6 children died that same day. The 7th died the next. Imagine that moment. You're working in a field. You're told one of your children is sick. You're rushed to the hospital, and instead of answers, they tell you your children are dead. 7 children gone. Doctors quickly found the cause: a poison, a powerful pesticide called Parathion, mixed into the food. This was not an accident. This was intentional. Someone has poisoned those children. And very quickly, police decided they knew who. They looked at the father, at James Richardson, and they built a story, a motive, because just days before the deaths, he had spoken to an insurance salesman, life insurance, on his family. To investigators, that was enough. To them, this was not a grieving father. This was a man who planned it. He was arrested, charged with murder. But here is where things start to break. The trial began in 1968, and from the start, something felt off. The jury? They were all white. The defendant? A poor black farm worker in the American South in the 1960s. Witnesses came forward. 3 jailhouse informants claiming James confessed to them. The babysitter, Betsy Reese, testified. She said she served the food, divided it equally among the children. But no one asked the deeper question. If she served the food, how did she not notice anything wrong? The trial didn't last long, just a few days. The verdict? guilty. The sentence: death. A father who had just lost all 7 of his children was now waiting to be executed for killing them. James Richardson sat on death row, not for 1 year, not for 5, but for decades. Then in 1972, something changed. The US Supreme Court ruled the death penalty unconstitutional in Furman versus Georgia. His sentence was reduced from death to life in prison, but he was still locked away, still labeled a child killer, still forgotten. Years passed, and slowly the cracks began to show. The lawyer started digging into the case, looking deeper, asking the questions no one asked before. And what he found changed everything. The babysitter, Betsy Reese, was not just a neighbor. She had a past, a violent one. She had previously been involved in killing her husband, and this information was never revealed to the jury. Think about that. The person who served the food, the last adult to see the children alive, had a history of violence, and the jury never knew. Then came something even more chilling. Years later, Betsy Reese reportedly confessed over and over again to nursing home staff, admitting she poisoned the children, but by then it had already been too late. For decades. In 1989, 21 years after his conviction, everything collapsed. A new investigation revealed evidence had been withheld, witnesses had been manipulated. The case was deeply flawed. The conviction was overturned, and James Richardson walked free. 21 years gone forever. But freedom didn't fix everything. How could it? He lost his children, all 7 of them. He lost his youth, 2 decades behind bars. His marriage fell apart. His health declined. And for years, he didn't even receive compensation. Eventually, the state of Florida created a law just for him. He was awarded around $1.2 million for 21 years of wrongful imprisonment. You can do the math. That is about $50,000 per year of life stolen. James Joseph Richardson died in 2023. He lived long enough to be cleared, but not long enough to truly rebuild what was taken. 7 children, a lifetime, a name, all gone, before the truth ever stood a chance.